My former best friend went insane after I gave her a much-needed brutal reality check. She tried to ruin my wedding and get me fired, so I exposed her in a way that ruined her whole life. Growing up, my best friend was way richer than I was, but I actually liked it that way. When Rachel got designer clothing for Christmas and flaunted it in my face, whilst my only gift was my mother's hand-me-downs, I was happy for her. I was also happy for her at our elementary school graduation. Her parents took her to Disneyland, where she sent me photos joking that I probably wish I was her. All my parents could afford for mine was frozen pizza. When she found out, she laughed at me and called me poor. And I laughed alongside her, because I knew that in the long run, how she treated me right now because I was poor would only benefit me. And I was right. I graduated high school with a full academic scholarship because I realized studying was my only way out. Rachel, on the other hand, dropped out in sophomore year because she thought she could coast through life on family money. We actually stopped talking right around this time. She said maturing has made her realize she's too good to be friends with peasants like me, and as sad as I was, I matched her energy. I still texted her once or twice a year, wishing her Merry Christmas or a Happy Birthday though. I knew she had no friends, and that a simple text probably meant a lot to her. But other than that, we didn't talk. All I knew was that she was fully reliant on her parents and was trying to make it as an influencer. Honestly, I thought I'd never see her again. Until one day when I was 28. I had just graduated med school, bought a small apartment, and recently gotten engaged. That's when I got the random urge to contact her. I think I just wanted her to see me and be proud of me. I thought she would be. But instead, I got the biggest slap to the face of my life. I showed up to the cafe with an invitation to a ball me and my fiancé were going to, and a cheap but very pretty necklace for her. I actually wanted to reconnect, but then I saw her, and I almost gasped. She was trying to hide how old she looked with a pound of makeup, and was wearing a designer outfit with the tag still on. To my surprise, she actually hugged me and smiled. I hugged her back, but kept my guard up. We exchanged pleasantries, but as soon as the waiter took our orders, her mask fell apart. She snapped her fingers at him like he was a dog. We began catching up, and I quickly found out she just got cut off by her friend group over a joke she made. She refused to say what the joke was, though. Either way, I saw this as my chance to invite her to the ball. Rachel, I said, Paul and I are going to the ball. Do you want to come? Oh, I'm a doctor going to a ball with a man who's probably cheating. She cut me off. I just stared at her and saw the resentment in her eyes. It had been 12 years. No way was she still like this. I tried to talk again, but when I did, she did the same thing, except now she threw insults, calling me lab rat, and my fiancé, who she's never met, a lowlife. I was taken aback, and for the first time in my life, I fully saw just how pathetic and insane Rachel was. I gave up on the invitation and took out the necklace and gave it to her, but instead of thanking me or even trying it on, she took it too far. Wow, this looks like something your hobo parents found in my dad's dumpster and gave to you as a present. My jaw dropped. My body filled with so much rage, I felt my face turning red. I looked at her dead in the eye, my hands twitching with anger. In response, she looked up, except instead of making eye contact, her head started darting around and avoiding me, almost as if she was terrified of what I was about to do. It took every part of me not to stand up and use my 3 years of kickboxing on her. Instead, I did something even better. I simply kept staring at her and began taunting her deepest insecurities. Hey, Rachel, I said, my voice low. How old were you when your dad kicked you out? She went red. Remember how it felt when you realized you were nothing without him? She started to tear up. I know you, Rachel. You wake up every morning in tears, wishing your dad would keep giving you money, wishing every man you dated didn't leave, wishing you didn't look so old, wishing you aren't going to die alone in a crappy condo you rent in a part of town you're too scared to walk outside in. She was fully crying by this point, her mascara streaming, but I didn't care. I even took out the ball invite and slid it across the table, telling her this was her final chance. With that, I walked out. Later that same night, I told Mark about the disaster coffee meeting. He listened sympathetically, but warned me about letting toxic people back into my life. Some relationships aren't worth salvaging, he said. I nodded, thinking that was the end of it. Rachel probably wouldn't contact me again after what I'd said. 2 days later, my phone pinged with a message from Rachel. It was a lengthy apology for her behavior at the cafe. She claimed she'd been going through a tough time and had taken it out on me unfairly. The message ended with her accepting my invitation to the charity ball. I showed Mark the message, still unsure. What do you think? I asked. He frowned at my phone. People don't change overnight, but it's your call.